most people are still asleep, there's a bunch of guys and girls making their way to Morgan Park Raceway for round 3 of the Mazda RX8 Cup series. Most have travelled from all along the east coast to come and put their skills to the test in country Queensland. Friday the 4th of June, and for most, the preparation started weeks ago, more than likely straight after their last race at Sydney Motorsport Park. The excitement of setting up their pit, catching up with old friends and fierce competitors will soon be replaced by the adrenaline of racing each other on track.
Hi, my name's Andrew Boland. I'm the category manager for RX8 Cup. The RX8 Cup category is designed for grassroots, so it's a great role to come into for beginners. It's a cheap category to begin with, and the cars being the RX8 platform, very easy to drive. So we have beginners, we have people who have never motor raced before, right the way through to people who are so experienced and they've decided to come back into a role that is easy to drive and again, cost cheap.
This weekend, we'll be following the journey of 3 of the category's drivers. Meet Tom, Aidan and Ryan. Practice 1, Ryan, ready to go?
Go.
Do much with the car between last race and now?
Just a bit of maintenance. Check the setup, see how we go.
With all practice sessions over and all cars looking to be running well, I check in with the boys to see what they think of the track and how well their setup feels for them.
New track's always fun. Yeah, set the car up for it, see how we go, just feel it out. It's still a bit greasy out there, nice and slippery, but yeah, you can tell the surface is definitely different. It's real audible. Yeah, no, it feels good. Good fun out there.
Practice session 1 was really good. The car feels pretty sharp out there. The track's still a little bit damp, so yeah, once we change the setup a bit, have a bit of a play around and see what we can do.
Got a difficult part of the track you're trying to focus on?
Yeah, that back section. So I've driven here once before, but it was a different layout. So we cut the fast back section out. So I haven't driven that section before. So sort of just getting used to the car and the track and see if I can just push it a bit harder for there.
Car feels great here at Morgan Park for round 3 of the RX8 Cup series. So far after 2 sessions, car's feeling really good. Dad's prepped it really nicely, and yeah, this place is a bit trickier than you think. Some people compare it to Wakefield Park, but it's actually stop and go here and there, and the corners are quite technical. So yeah, so far we're getting to grips and the times are looking pretty good where we want to be for the weekend.
With the day winding down, there appears to have only been a couple of casualties across the day, with Steve Devjack blowing a gearbox early on and Jake Lauer having continual fuel surge issues. But they're not alone. This is where the competitors and their support crew are different to other categories. Here, in RX8 Cup, everyone's intention is to help their fellow competitor get back on track.
Look, so about in 3rd year at about $6 grand, it's just cutting in and out. We believe it's a fuel issue, but we're looking at the solenoids as well, and they're all running fine, so we're really not too sure, but we're going to go qualifying with a full tank of fuel and see how we go, and then try and resolve the problem for race 1.
Meet Maisie Place. Don't be deceived, she's a fully qualified mechanic specialising in rotaries. Maisie and her dad Brian are always one of the first to help others at the track, sometimes working harder and longer on other people's cars than their own. But they're not alone in this, and this is where the competitors and their support crew are different to other categories. So that's a wrap for Friday practice. I wonder what Saturday will bring for the drivers of RX8 Cup.
Ready to go from their end, but they're having to turn people away at the moment because they just don't have the stock, Matt.
Is at Avalon Airport and also John and Emily, a new
Feeling fresh, mate? I'm feeling ready to go. Oh my god.
Large latte on skim, please.
It's early on Saturday morning, and although quali isn't for a couple of hours, there's still work to be done. Like most of the drivers, it's time to head to the track and make sure that race tyres are on, pressures are sorted, fuel is in, and any last minute adjustments are made that might give you the edge to move as far up the grid as possible. What's your morning look like on a race day?
Get up, morning coffee, it's a bit of a must. Come out, prep the car, tyre pressures, give it a bit of a clean if we've got no issues, and have a bit of a chat with the boys, see what they're up to, and we'll get sorted, get out. The car feels really good, feels pretty sharp out there. Going to bolt with new tyres on for quali and see how we go. We're out in about an hour, so it's some very cold conditions here. So
As soon as I had a bit of a show the first time I started.
Qualifying morning, how you feeling?
Yeah, really good, thanks Scott. Saturday morning's always a tough get up. You're pumped up, ready for 2 races in qualifying, so yeah, feeling good.
What's the routine for you on a race morning?
Nah, really just get up, don't eat breakfast, then get to the track and try and get pumped up for quali, really. Not much.
Do you do much thinking about it before you go out?
Nah, look, last night I was watching just my quickest lap back from practice, and that really gives me an idea of what I need to do in quali with green tyres. So yeah, just duplicate that from yesterday is really the goal. But yeah, thinking about it too much probably stressed me out, so try to stay calm.
Yeah, feeling good. Been studying my video from yesterday all night, been trying to work out where I'm missing those couple of tenths, but put the sticky tyres on this morning and we'll see how we go.
What'd you pick up from the video?
A couple of things. So first major braking zone down in turn 4. I was a little bit late on the brakes in that one, sort of turning in late to probably a bit earlier when apex needed there. Then down into Siberia, braking a little early, and I'm clipping the inside curb, sort of unloading the car. The factory disc in these, it sort of opens them up. Other than that, the back section, it's tough. Just need to get some confidence through there, try and get the car settled.
With all cars prepared and ready, newcomer Kurt McCready is ready for his first qualifying in the RX8 Cup.
Yeah, car's good. We had a couple of issues yesterday, but we were able to get that sorted. And I was able to do a half respectable lap time, so that was good for my confidence. We'll see what we can do in qualifying this morning, hopefully for a bit faster of a lap time.
Were you happy with lap times yesterday considering, or do you reckon you got more in it?
I was happy with yesterday, and I think I've got more in it. It's first time, new car, new circuit, so it's just a bit to learn.
competitors pushing hard, Ryan secured third place on the grid with a 1:28.1, around 8/10 off pole sitter Marcus Liddell. Tom came in fourth, while Aiden came in seventh.
Wasn't the perfect lap that we got in, and I started to go up a bit towards the end of that session, so could have improved a bit, but relatively happy with P7, so see what we can do from there.
Well done, mate. Excellent job.
Where'd you quality, mate?
P6.
P6, happy with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think there was much more in it, so I think we maximised it. Yeah, hopefully we can race there.
Good job, mate.
As usual, qualifying raises issues for some drivers and reinforces the setup for others. On one side of the pit, Jake Lau is still struggling with a fuel pump issue, and once again, Maisie is in helping him to diagnose and fix the issue.
Look, so in the end it didn't resolve itself. It was still doing exactly the same thing. We're about 30 kilos heavier than everyone else, so we're going to try and look at the problem now, try and fix it now. So it wasn't ideal, but look, it is what it is.
On the other side of the garage, you'll find Justin Barnes. Instead of preparing his own car, he's repairing the windscreens of his fellow competitors after rocks flicked up in qualifying and caused cracks. Final words to Tom before race one.
Unreal, that was good. We were thinking, maybe top 6, top 7, so to put a P4, that's unreal. That's our highest ever qualifying finish, so for us to be in the 28s and only a 10th behind some of them in P3, it's really good. Car feels great, so ready for race one.
Repairs done, cars trimmed and adjustments made, it's time for race one. Tom gets a great start off the line, chasing Ryan into turn 1. However, a small mistake sees him drop back to 11th with a big job ahead of him to move back through the field. Meanwhile, a poor start for Aiden sees him drop a few spots off the line back to 10th, meaning he'll be battling with Tom in the first few laps. After making some minor adjustments to the rear toe, Ryan has shown great pace in race 1, holding his third place off the start. Tom continues making his way through the field. Marcus Liddell is clearly fastest on track, setting the fastest lap, a clear half second faster than second place driver Steve Devjak, and a whole second in front of Ryan. After making his way back to 7th and with only a few laps remaining, Aiden starts suffering fuel surge issues and with Tom on his tail, he loses 3 spots, finishing in 10th and Tom finishing in 7th. At the conclusion of race 1, we have Marcus Liddell in first, Steve Devjack in second, and Ryan Gorton in third.
Yeah, not bad. Second, pretty happy with that. First time here, so yeah, congrats to Marcus. Drove an awesome race from start to finish. Didn't have his pace, so yeah, go for the next one. Try again.
With everyone back in the pits, it's now time to prepare for race 2. McLean and Barnes have rubbed during race 1.
I don't like touching to the mean. No stress, mate. Hey, you got fucking well now. Fucking go well. You got go well too. You got me. Oh, come on.
Using it. What happened?
I dived under him down to turn 2. I turned 2 down the head, turn 3.
Yeah.
And, he tried to defend and we just touched and then I lifted off, let him back in and yeah, so I had him almost and yeah, he tried to cover and I was there and there was a touch and we lifted. So yeah, I've spoken to him and yeah, it's alright, all good.
How'd you go?
Yeah, good. It was a bit scrambly at the start. I let a few cars through, I think, just trying to work out where they were on track. It's all new to me, but I felt like I had the pace and I was coming up there in the end there, so looking forward to the second one.
No one's going to give you a spot though? Like no one's there to go?
No one's playing easy. Everyone's holding their positions pretty tight, so...
Lauer is still having fuel issues.
Fuel surge?
Nah, solenoids.
It is a solenoid?
Yeah, it got so worse. Just
And others are still trying to find the best setup.
Got a good start, drag race with Gordon in third and just went down to the first corner and I ran it off. Just a lack of concentration there, so all my fault. So we gained a few positions. Wasn't a bad finish to the race. I think we ended up P7, so I got a bit of work to do in race 2 this Arvo and try and get our weekend back on track. But yeah, 7th overall, I'm not too chuffed about that.
I asked Mel Bergen, Managing Director of RX8 Australia, what it is he loves about RX8 Cup.
I just love the camaraderie, the team sport, the fact that when one driver has an issue, the others will actually jump in and assist them. So I've been involved in motor racing for some time, but one of the drivers that was here, Lachlan, approached us and asked us to go into sponsorship about 3-4 years ago. And since then we've sort of just grown into the category to see a category that is growing and support the teams. Now we've got 2 cars that we are major sponsors on, plus the category sponsorship.
With the afternoon sun in driver's eyes, we get set for race 2. Clayton starts race 2 from 10th, and after the car bogs, he drops a couple of spots to O'Keefe and Formosa by the time he reaches turn 4. Parity in this series is what makes this racing so close and so much fun. Meanwhile, Tom makes up a position off the start, moving up to 6th. Again, Liddell is streaking ahead of the field, with over 8/10 of an advantage to Steve Devjack, who's battling with Ryan. Ryan has found some more pace in his car for this race, finishing only half a second off second place. At the bottom of the circuit, a front wheel hub issue sees McLean slowing, and with Aiden trying to make a move, he gets caught on the marbles and slides his car into Jackson Noakes, causing some steering damage and ultimately leaving Aiden in 10th position. Casualty of the race was Marty Welsh, losing the rear in the final chicane and going straight into the barrier. This will be the end of his weekend with the damage sustained. Race 3 wraps up with Marcus Liddell again in first, followed by Steve Devjack and Ryan Gorton. So we're back in the pits and the damage to Aiden's car is a little more evident.
Oh, poor start. Lost 2 or 3 positions off the start. Just got train sort of ran by us off the start. Then I gained 2 spots back, caught up to the pack in front of me, had good pace. Made a move on McLean going into turn 4. Was side by side going through turn 5 as I've come in. I was on the outside on the dirty stuff and it's hit the brakes and the rear end's just kicked out and I've out-broke myself and run inside of Jackson Noakes. Ruined the side of his car and ruined the left front of ours, so yeah, that's all we can really say. The steering alignment's bent on it, so a bit of work before tomorrow's race.
For anyone who doesn't think this means something, Aiden's face says it all.
Bit of damage going to turn 6, I think it was. Yeah. Someone came down the inside of me and just locked up and just drilled the side of my car. But that's alright. Should be able to go for the next race.
You're broken the front wheel there. Oh, right,
Yeah, so finished, I think Dad said 12th, so 13th. From the roll-up lap I had a really long brake pedal and then there was just a vibration from the front right the whole race. So you keep the brake not long? Yeah, so I was trying to pump and it was just super long pedal and I said to Dad, I need to finish. He was sort of coaching me the whole way through. He's like, I don't know what you want me to do kind of thing, and I was like, well, I can't hold. I had a train of I think 7 cars behind me. I couldn't hold him. It was just to the point it was dangerous, and it is what it is. So 13th. So I guess I've got some overtaking to do tomorrow.
I asked the category owner, Rick Shaw, and Dad to Tom, how his car's going.
Nice to see you on the tools, mate.
Yeah, mate.
What are you doing?
Doing what I know best, fixing RX8 Cup cars.
What's wrong with it?
Just a service and a check over, make sure the brakes are good for the next race, and just see if we can find anything wrong. But the car's going like a jet, and Tom's doing a great job.
Good job, mate.
It's late in the afternoon, and as some teams wrap up for the day and head back to their hotels getting ready for the Cup dinner, others will be remaining at the track, working, preparing and repairing their cars in preparation for tomorrow's final 2 races. Saturday night at each race meet, all drivers and teams come together for a drink, dinner and a laugh. It's a timely reminder as to the real reason why we're all here racing.
So I'm yours, Jason Morantz.
He was sensational.
And then after that, we did a little less conversation.
It's another beautiful day in Warwick, and although it's chilly, spirits are high as the drivers put yesterday behind them and focus on today.
Sounds like the header's leaking just a little bit, so we'll check them nuts.
In race 3, Aiden gets away with his best start of the weekend so far, while further up the grid, Tom gains a position and moves into P5. Ryan made some ride height adjustments just before the race, and this has given him a little bit more pace compared to yesterday. With the RX8s loving the cold conditions, many drivers finished the race reporting their fastest lap of the weekend. The standout again is Marcus Liddell, setting the fastest lap and ultimately coming first.
Really good race. Had a nice clean one. Actually got a good start this time. Got 2 spots on the first lap. Yeah, 3 spots maybe. But the car was really quick. I was really happy with it. The truck was really fast.
Car looking?
The car's great. Tommy's just done a fastest lap for the weekend at 27.8, which is great. Would have been good if he hadn't done it on in qualifying, but anyway, he's finding his way. Car's going really good. We've got it all sorted. We've got the setup how we want it. Tom's confident. He's happy. He's comfortable. It's the sun shining here in Queensland, so happy days. We'll keep on going.
First place again?
Yeah, no, really good run. Really quick this morning. Track was nice and cold, and obviously the cars really love that, so the tyres I think really love it as well. But yeah, really good. Missed a gear on the start, missed the 1-2 shift, but still kept the lead into turn 1. Got it going from there, and yeah, put together some good laps and another good win. So one more this afternoon, and we can put the whole weekend together.
You nearly had it on down there on Tommy, down the bottom corner.
Yeah, but I thought I'd pull my nose out. Didn't want to come together. A couple of times we got close, and I just thought it's not worth it. We're going to come together. But yeah, no, it was good fun. I probably started too low on tyre pressures. Yeah, so I'm going to have to play with that a little bit. It's not, the car's a bit too twitchy. It's trouble getting the power down out of corners.
How'd you go, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. About 5 minutes before we headed out, we realised we had a pretty bad exhaust leak just after the header. So the car's running a little lean. It didn't seem too bad at the start, but it sort of faded away towards the end there. Setup changes was good. Car was handling really well. now, but yeah, we'll see if we can patch that up for the last race of the day.
With all cars rolling onto the grid for the last time this weekend, all drivers are focused on finishing as strong as possible but still being able to drive their cars back onto their trailers. The final race makes it a clean sweep for Marcus Liddell, with Steve Devjack finishing all 4 races in second and Ryan in third. Aiden still encountered some fuel surge gremlins, just holding out Jake Lauer. Meanwhile, Tom had another great battle with experienced driver Terry Lewis and managed to finish in 5th place for the final race.
He's coming into big right-hander, he's dropped his right wheel into that dirt and he's turned it in, the thing's come around on him.
P6 I think that one, so P9 to P6, really good, car was fast, close hard racing with the guys, so no, really good. If I could have got into 6 maybe 3 laps earlier, I probably would have had the pace to maybe get to Tommy and Terry, but apart from that, yeah, car was fast. Good result considering the weekend we've had, so really good.
You happy with the weekend?
Yeah, no, it was great. Awesome weekend. Yeah, really happy with it.
How's that?
Yeah, it's good.
Race 4?
So, yeah, race 4 wrapped up. Back-to-back 5th place. So, we're in the top 5 this weekend, is where we wanted to be in terms of championship placement. So, yeah, really happy with that. It's good.
Okay. Thanks very much everyone for making the trip up here for the third round of RX8 Cup, and congratulations to the winners who we're about to give accolades to. I'm going to pass you straight over to Malcolm. Where are you? Malcolm, box safe everybody, just let the safe few words. Thank you to everyone, all the racers, supporters, crews. Fantastic weekend of racing. We've seen a nice clean weekend of racing, which is really good to see. We're starting to see some really good presentation on the vehicles, which is actually helping us lift the category as well. So it's actually a fantastic event, and we're really happy. So I'm going to present the awards. So 3rd place, Ryan Watt.
In the paddock, attention in the paddock, all
podium start and first place in all four races, Marcus Liddell.
Cool. So as another round comes to an end, none of it could be possible without the support of the crews that come for the journey. Mums, dads, brothers, sisters, girlfriends, boyfriends, mechanics, all the general pit crew, just to name a few. And although some drivers have travelled solo, they haven't been alone. RX8 Cup epitomises the team in team sport. It's just as much about friendships and family as it is about racing. From polishing the car, making them lunch, or being their personal counsellor, I know the drivers would all like to say thank you. A huge thanks also goes out to the key people behind the scenes. Rick Shaw, category owner and all-round RX8 guru, Andrew Bollum, all-round nice guy and category manager, and John Waterhouse and John Roberts for taking time out of their busy lives to come and ensure the category is compliant and runs smoothly. Are you interested? See you at the next round.